I do have a question. I did have this come up after I got the agenda ready, so I couldn't add it. And it was, I had 2 people come in and ask if they could do community service at the library. I guess they had something, you know, they got in trouble, and one of the things that the court told them to do was they had to do so much community service. And I called the city to ask if there was any reason why we couldn't do it, and they said no, there's no reason why you can't. So I think it's just a matter of the board approving that we can do it, because it's not in our policy book that we could have people do community service at the library.
We have something worthwhile for them to do.
But if we had, that's one thing that I'm concerned about is, you know, we would have something, it's, because it seems like so much of what we do now is, you know, you have to have some training to do it.
How about planting flowers out front, mowing the lawn?
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing I think community service should be, you know. Things that do good, whether it's painting curbs or cutting brush, things like that is what I think.
Edging the sidewalk and curb.
Big sign that says "I am whatever you did." That's my thought. If we've got something worthwhile for them to do, that's fine. But if it's just going to be hanging out reading magazines,
Well, we don't want you to be babysitting.
yeah, most definitely.
And I know I think it's hard, I feel kind of bad for them because I think it's hard to get their community service hours done. Because I don't know that a lot of people will give them a chance to do it at wherever. I think that, I don't know if the court's been telling them they can go to the library, but they've just been giving them suggestions. Like, you can do it at some of these places, you need to go and ask. And so, I don't know if do we need to put that in writing, that we can have people do that here, or like in our policy manual, or?
Should I put a limit on how many and how many hours?
I don't know. Maybe I should get more information about it from whoever their probation officers are.
Are there rocks in your lawn out here?
I don't know. Okay. I'll get more information about
I've
that.
got a bunch of branches in mine.
I would say like you, washing windows, watering the flowers or the trees.
And in the military, they have the CAF
And
kids,
doing-
Civilian Action Forum kids, and they painted curbs, and they had to wear orange vests. You knew they were kids who'd been in trouble.
Do we need lines painted out here in the parking lot?
It's probably a city thing. I don't know.
City comes in.
Yeah. Take away city's employees' job.
What do we have, Randy, that you...
Yeah, what do we have that we could have them do?
Well, I mean, we could have them do like page things where they could show books, but then, you know, you do need to
Watch.
I mean, you got to be
Yeah,
really
teach
careful
them
where you're
how
putting
first.
stuff. Yeah, you have to teach. That's what I'm thinking. The things that require a little bit of training, I kind of hesitate about, because, you know, maybe that would be fine, but you know, there are some things around here that, like, we need to paint some ceiling tiles from when the water comes in for the
Clean the lights.
Ooh.
Those would be acceptable.
I don't know if there's a liability issue.
Yeah,
if
they
they
what
get
about,
hurt.
you know, you're gonna let them climb up there?
I called the city and asked them, and they're like, you know, I don't know that they said there's probably not, you know, they're covered just like anybody coming in the library would be covered, but if they're having to do something like climbing
On a step ladder.
that's what concerns me.
You could ask Ben Bush probably too. I think isn't he one of the magistrates on there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I don't.
Would you be required to supervise them for that?
He was one.
Well, I mean,
I don't know.
You know that.
Not from my experience, no.
But see, to me, if it's gonna take more
That was before his time.
effort and time for her
Yeah,
To
that's
do it and what you're getting
to watch
benefit out
and
of.
do it and value what they get done.
Okay.
I think you would have to feel comfortable with it, and you would have to tell the board that, you know, because we'd have to know your feelings on it, because sometimes people just aren't comfortable with that, so it doesn't matter.
Let me call Ben Bush or somebody and ask them what types of things they can do and who supervises them. That's a good question.
yeah,
Okay.
is there any, like, document, I mean, is there computer entry, is there something that needs to be typed and written up, or
Yeah, possibly.
anything like that that takes a period of time? Because if it's just sitting at a computer and typing information in, I mean, that's pretty self-directed. I don't know if we have anything like that.
Okay, I'll find out. I'll get some more information about that.